It's funny. Dad was in the cleaning industry from the early 70s. So I guess I was born into the industry. Work was always about service. It was always about constant communication with the clients, always making sure you're delivering the service.
Just over 10 years ago, there was talk about that John wanted to have his own business and start on his own. That was the time my husband retired.
I was working for a national company, and I think if we do this ourselves, we can do a better job.
And John's dad decided to come up with the name of George Cleaning. He said, why don't we do something like George Cleaning? And me and John looked at each other and were like, George Cleaning? Who's George? And I had played a game years before, a Scrabble type game, and the letters of iconic had come up in it. So we were mucking around with letters and things like that. And Seance came out. So I always had it in my mind that iconic would be a fantastic business name. And as soon as John's dad said George Cleaning, I was like, I don't think so. We'll go for iconic, I think.
And between John's and Belinda and Eddie came up with iconic. So that's how it started.
When I talked to him about starting iconic, he said, well, look, the ANZ Bank's just moved out. We've got a space there, so let's use that. So I got together with Shamjit Singh.
In our old office, that used to be NZ Bank, moved out on 31st of Jan, and we moved in 1st of Feb.
I remember it being very small.
Yes. Not many people.
I remember all the storeroom at the back with all the cleaning equipment was stacked with machines and machines that ended up being so we didn't use half of the room in the office. I remember some of the managers having to sit on student desks because there wasn't enough room for just normal desks for people.
And it was a bank, so it had like the full bank frontage. Yeah, so it had previously been a bank, so like the doors were like double
sliding doors.
Yeah, double sliding doors, like a lot of security to like get into the place. But when you went in there, like Carl said, it was like just a couple of rooms and like there wasn't actually much in there yet.
Okay, the first month we had nothing. So we were just sorting out our office, meeting with the new clients, and our cleaning started 2nd of March. And our first contract was in Shorian Garden in Bangara. And that was only 2 hours a day.
But it was a start. It was a start, and we were all excited, and we thought, okay, there was about 3 or 4 people in the team, which was myself, Shemi, Natalie, and our supervisor, Bipan, and we started from there.
So we used to do everything from HR, compliance. We had to do everything ourselves, basically.
I got to say, in the first 6 months, it was very, very, well, we felt that we could start winning work straight away. It took a lot of time.
Julie Monahan was our compliance manager. Julie taught us everything that we needed to know. And I started from the bottom and made my way up.
I safely say that Julie was the one that taught me a lot. And that included the HR, the compliance stuff, because us managers had to be on site and do all that. And all the training that she provided me was absolutely fantastic.
The milestone was August 15, 2015, when we picked up a major client, and that's where it boomed.
The first 6 months was very testing, very, very testing. But after that, we felt that what we believed in ourselves we could do, we're delivering it, and we haven't looked back.
Me and John connected through a mutual party. He said he wanted to expand and grow, and grow in the technology area as well. So we had a good chat, and I said I was the man for him, and he kind of gave me a contract.
John reached out to me. He wanted to have a coffee. We had a coffee, and that turned into me coming to Iconic. And when we come here, I was getting bored. John, what I'm going to do? So, I'm not getting any emails. I was come from a very intense environment. And John said, please believe me, there'll be a lot of emails coming to inbox. And that's how I started.
In 2021, we started and we had around about 17 people in the security business. And we've expanded today some 4.5 years later with 260 people on our books.
So we've got cleaning, which go from commercial, retail. We do a little bit of housekeeping. Then we've got security services that do commercial sites and retail sites. And we've also started, I think in the last year and a half, up in Karratha, and that's the Indigenous arm of the business.
We've gone to as far as Margaret River, Geraldton, Northern, and now the last couple of years, we've gone into Christmas Island.
I'm very proud to be part of the team, to see that the success has been structured, the success has been planned, and to be part of it, to see it grow even further. I'm glad to be part of it.
It's definitely grown in all different ways. It's so diverse now, every area. I think John's dad would be really proud of how he's expanded like that, and he's put his own stamp on things and changed things up.
I think he'd be pretty proud. Yeah, to me, sometimes he actually gave me a bit of praise. And I think he'd be proud.
I think it would be fair to say that we're not the biggest and well-known in the marketplace, but we're certainly aiming. That's where we're heading, and it's only a matter of time before we're there.
When John hired me, one of the things he wanted me to work on, bringing some premium assets into business, because John had a very good foundation, and I built on that foundation. We brought some very premium assets in CBD, all the high-rises, and also some big shopping centres. I think, and I'm grateful to the team I had around me and the clients who trusted us.
I think when these guys first started, I think they started off with 4 contracts, I believe, in 2015. And those were the old relationships that Eddie built. And I think John's availed that really well, brought those old relationships into the new business, which actually, I think, helped the business grow as fast as it has.
And I know when he started, it was a small company, but the future coming to him very quickly, and good future.
Eddie started us off, and we haven't looked back since. So it's been a good journey.
I'd love to have a chat with him just to see if he would actually be happy with what we're doing now.
I think Eddie would be absolutely over the moon that his grandchildren are involved in the business with John and where John has taken it.
And I must admit that the only regret is my husband's not here. He would be so proud just to see his son achieve so much. It just, it really breaks my heart that it's not